Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattletales from Tales from the Vector. It's a collective or general reading, so just be advised that parts of it may or may not resonate with you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I've already shuffled the cards and I'm just giving them a quick cut and shuffle, and we'll begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. We have the world. Woohoo! So this is actually the 21st card in the journey that the Fool begins at the 0 point and goes through all the cards in the major arcana until he gets to the 21st card, which is then the end of a cycle, and it's about moving into the new. So this is the perfect card for, this is New Year's Day that I'm doing this reading. So we're in a whole new world. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is sitting on her throne, and she's known to be, she's one of four queens in the minor arcana, and she is holding her pentacle there. She's totally focused on health, wealth, and happiness, which is a good place to be at the beginning of the year. And she, of course, one of those energies is money. Money is just another energy of abundance. And she's well known for being very resourceful, being able to make something out of nothing. And also she's someone that understands the value of money. Quite often the Queen of Pentacles is from like a family that has generational wealth, or like has been in business or something like that, like has an idea of what it takes to make money. I'm just double checking here that I have this. Good. Okay. Because I was doing it, I was actually doing the bonus readings for the Chinese zodiac for all the signs. So I'm going to start posting them along with this one tomorrow, if you're interested in that. Okay, so the next card is the Star. And the Star is an energy of, this is like you were born to shine, and she's dipping her vessel into the universal waters and also pouring her energy back into the she's got her foot in the water there, and she's also pouring the energy from both vessels onto the earth. So this is talking about bringing what you were born to do, what your destiny is, and bring that down to earth. And that's what the Queen of Pentacles is very good at doing. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is talking about, if you've heard of Nikola Tesla, he says if you knew the beauty of the 369, that you would have the key to the universe. And it's talking about that ratio of being able, like she has her hand on 6 of the coins and pentacles, and then there's 3 in the bush there. So these ones are behind her. So makes sure that she always feeds herself the energy and keeps the energy within herself. Like the pentacles represent, your time in your energy and who and what you invest in. And so she is making sure she has enough for herself so that she can continue, and then she'll have more to give to others. She also has a falcon, which represents that her ability to look into the future, to see what's going to be required and how to balance that energy. And then we have the 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is talking about rowing off from rough water to calm water. So it feels like, I'm making a pyramid right here. And it feels like this is the energy coming in to the whole new world kind of energy, like the transition from 2025 to 2026. I feel like this is speaking about what's available here and the tools that you have right now to be able to move forward. So I feel like this is a lot of money. This is generational wealth, and it's money that you were destined to have, because the Star card is sitting right in between, born to shine. So this could be past, present, or future. There's been some sort of troubled waters. And the troubled waters, like the rough waters there, quite often represent emotional disturbance, like having had a hard time with your emotions. And this is the conveyor is using that pole to dig really deep into the mud, right? So that he can move the boat forward. And they don't have a lot of baggage, but she does have a child with her. And sometimes this represents facing your inner child and having to reparent yourself. We'll see what this is about. We have the rebel with the cause coming in. So I've been doing those zodiac readings, and we're moving into on February 17th, we will be moving into the energy of the fire horse in the Chinese New Year. And this is perfectly representing that energy. This is like a Sagittarius energy here. This is the Knight of Wands, the rebel with a cause. And you can see he's got a big plume on his helmet here. And that's representing that he can be a bit of a hothead and very passionate. He's coming in with some form of communication here towards the Queen of Pentacles and the star energy. And he is reining his horse in, and this represents reining in his emotions. And I feel like this energy, that's the reason why I decided I would do some bonus readings regarding the year of the fire horse, because it's been coming into all of the readings. This is an energy of it. Really, the energy is like free-spirited, and really, if it's about your career, it is like, and your wealth. It is talking about having really kind of aggressive goals, like really having set really high goals and high standards, ambition, and then also being willing to try out new adventures to invest in possibly. And as far as this being the energy for if it has anything to do with love, we don't have any love down here yet, but that would be to being, very intense and passionate. And that's the energy of the rebel with a cause knight. And so the knights would work for the king and the queen in the court, and they would deliver messages from far and wide. And this energy, it can, in the old days, they would have to deliver it and then ride the horse all the way back. And so, but nowadays we can have instant communication. So this communication could be coming in person, not likely by horse, but in the energy of that horse energy. So it could be saying that around February 17, when the new year on the Chinese zodiac comes, that this energy might be coming in. It's New Year's Day right now. So this energy is the horse has been coming in a lot. These are the mysteries of the world. So it's this talks about adventure, travel, enjoying, being passionate about moving forward here. And then we have the Page of Swords coming in. Oh, I just want to point out that this also could be, these are archetypes. So the queen could be a king, or not a king, but a male in his feminine energy, as well as a female in her feminine energy. And the Knight of Wands could be a female. In the old days, of course, they would be like a male at all times, but now this could be a female also in the masculine energy. And the communication is, more likely to be through, social media, text message, an email, that kind of like a text, that kind of energy. And the Page of Swords is now coming in also. So the Page of Swords is delivering a message. This is an energy of someone who's much younger than the Knight of Wands. And this energy, so this could represent an apprentice, or an assistant, a secretary, that kind of energy. Again, this could be a female as well as a male. And the Page of Swords they would start working for the king and queen at about 7 to 14 years of age, and they would deliver messages and do small tasks within the court. And then if they did a really good job and they were able to afford a horse, then they could be put up for knighthood. The energy here is about, this is someone that would come from a family that was more elite, that was in the energy, like this always reminds me of like a golf stance. And so this is talking about, someone that would be chosen at that age to go work in the court would probably be someone that came from a higher society. And the thing about the Page of Swords, this is the only one that is not looking at his element of the 4 pages. So he's not looking at the sword, which represents thinking outside the box, visionary like the Knight of Wands, but using his mental capacity and having control over his mind. So he also is open to using his not just his intellect and his logic, but also his intuitive energy. And he's really enthusiastic, about looking into the future and what it all holds for him. And then we have the 10 of Cups. So we have there we have it. The 10 of Cups is representing ultimate fulfillment. If there is such a thing, this is it. So we've got 10 cups here, and this represents love. Now we don't still have like really romantic love here. We have passion, and we have some information coming in that is more intellectual, that kind of energy. But we the 10 of Cups is generally saying that you have the partner that you love, you have the children that you love, you have the lifestyle you love, you have like the home that you love the being in the country, you love your career, like all of the check boxes, right? And so this is saying, I feel like this is the energy coming in. So you're in good shape here. Collective, this is awesome. So, the energy is moving. These are the tools that you have to be able to move forward in the new year. And this 10 number is representing the energy of 2026. 2 plus 2 plus 6 is talking about, adds up to 10, and 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is talking about where we've moved in to a brand new year, a brand new way of being, and this has ended another cycle. That's why I feel, because 2025 was a 9 year, 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. And so it was the end of a cycle. And it's not just the end of like a year moving into another. It's more like the end of a decade long cycle, and then moving into a new decade long cycle, that kind of energy. And we have the 7 of Wands represents being able to stand up for yourself and have conviction beyond a doubt in the direction that you want to go. And so the Wands do represent that fire and that energy and that passion for moving forward. And I feel like maybe some sort of information came in that you've been waiting for. It could be regarding, if this is the apprentice energy, it could be perhaps you finished your schooling, and now you have your papers and you applied for a position somewhere and you received it, and it's in the country you want. It's everything you want, it's in the city you want. It's doing what you want, that kind of energy. And it'll be perfect for your family. Everything is just perfect, that kind of energy. And this, I feel, this is like when you know what you know and you know this is what you want. So conviction beyond a doubt. And he's wearing one boot and one shoe. So that can represent standing in between, like, we're just on, it's Christmas, or it's New Year's Day as I'm doing this reading, and I'm going to be posting it tomorrow morning on January 2nd. So we're barely into the new year, and this information is coming in. Hey, welcome to the new. I love it. And then we have the Queen of Cups coming in. And so the Queen of Cups is focused on her cup of love. And so this is this is speaking about someone who is very maternal, loves children, is like really like your traditional married person kind of energy. She has a lid on her love because she has unconditional love for her, for herself, for her family, for the neighbors, the pets, anything like that. So this is talking about, and if she's less likely to be as focused on her career as, say, the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be that now that if there's like a partner here, because remember, one of these could be male and one could be female. It could be the energy that now that someone has completed, has their apprenticeship, has their papers, or that kind of energy, that now you can start a family that you've always wanted to do. And that'd be awesome, that you get the position. It's time to move into this new way of life. And this is the energy of the High Priestess is joy. It's about sitting in between like the extremes. I feel that the energy here is saying, like, if this is a couple, this couple has poured a lot of energy into doing the work to be able to get to this position. And I feel like it's a happy couple, like, and it's kind of the energy is talking about like this energy. It's probably required thinking, like the sword is a double-edged sword. So it's required being innovative in the way that you managed to get to this point. So you've had, like, if it could be both of you were working and have degrees, and now you have degrees or something like that. So I feel like it's that, like maybe finishing off university or an apprenticeship in a trade, something like that. And then we have, competition is coming in. I feel like this is sitting, I feel like whatever field, it could be one of you or both of you are in, is highly competitive. So it has required a huge investment of your time and energy. We're at the Nine of Pentacles here. And you're really looking forward to moving into a more peaceful way, having more time for yourself and all of that energy. That's what I feel this represents, is just competition, as you're getting to the point. But it took a lot of conviction, saying, okay, we know this is what we want to do, and it'll be really great when we have that, that position, or we have the paper and we don't have to pay for maybe schooling anymore, that kind of energy. It could be a scholarship came in and made it easier. It could be several things. And then we have, the good thing is, though, that whatever you're working at, you're in a position where you love what you're doing, you love the work, and you love your partner. It's like it's been a joint commitment if there's two people involved here. Sometimes having the more than one queen or that kind of, or other energies coming in, it just means that one person is embodying that energy, and they just really have a great deal of unconditional love for themselves to be able to keep going to get this. And this is about destiny. So this is past, present, or future. So the reading is timely. If you are coming across this quite some time after I posted it, just recognize that it's the perfect time for you to get into this energy. Just look back at when I posted it, which is will be tomorrow, January 2nd, and just see what was happening to you back at that time, if it's, in quite a bit in advance in the future. And then we have, that might give you a lot more clarity about, what was going on and where this is headed. And so we have the energy of someone who, this is talking about someone who's made an accomplishment, and it's time to expand your horizons, moving forward. This person has the earth, the globe in their hand, which is representing having accomplished something major, right? And it's talking about now moving forward into the next step, expanding that energy. Sometimes this can talk about entrepreneurship, and wanting to expand a business. Sometimes it's just like, receiving the education and having the degree or the ticket or whatever to be able to move forward in what you were planning to do. And now you're in that next phase of your life. And so we're climbing a pyramid here. So this is the tools you need. And this is the obstacles that you'll come across. So yeah, I feel like it's been a lot of work, and it's required a lot of dedication, but you've stayed on your path, and I feel it's working out really well for you. The moon energy is coming in. So we have a full moon in Cancer energy on the 3rd. This will be posted on the 2nd. So this full moon energy is just saying this is a very emotional full moon, this one coming up. It's in the sign of Cancer, and it's intensified because of the energy of the moon. Is the sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon. And Cancer energy is kind of adolescent girl. That's a stage of life, kind of that. It's just the 4th sign from the beginning of the zodiac. So it's talking about, think about adolescent girls that have just started their cycle. And it's about having to climb out of the emotional waters and go, be vulnerable enough to to stay on your path. And that's sitting right on the destiny. So it's saying that this card is saying there may be some hidden illusions on the way and some dangers, because there's, a domestic dog and a wolf here, and you got to get through there and, stay on your path. But it's saying that the sun is shining on it. The moon is shining on it. And the thing is that this energy right now that we're in for this moon, it's a very intense energy, because like Cancer is on this side of the wheel, and then on the other side of the wheel is right opposite, opposing, is the sign of Capricorn. And we are in the sign of Capricorn right now, in the Capricorn energy, the mountain goat that climbs the mountain to build, taking consistent steps of action, really ambitious. Plus we have the energy of the horse, which is fire horse, which is really ambitious. So don't burn yourself out, that's like, don't be pushing yourself so hard that you totally burn yourself out. That's coming up. And it could be emotional, like this energy you could find that the energy is very emotional at this time. And that's because Cancer is the energy of, wanting to stay home. Think about a crab, and the crab has the shell on the back, and that's their home. They love being home so much that they will actually carry it on their back so they don't have to leave it. And then we have the energy opposing that of the mountain goat just wanting to, let's go build something, Let's like some real ambitious energy. And in that Capricorn energy, we also have the sun, which is shining light on any hidden energy that you need to be aware of. And then we have Mars, which is very aggressive energy. It can be very ambitious as well. So this is like a driving force. And on top of that, having this fire horse energy coming in, that's a lot of energy. And then we also have Venus coming in. And so that's about love. And so this energy is very intense, and it's saying, like, pace yourself. Don't push yourself to the point where you burn out here. And then you're almost there, and or you have arrived there. Sometimes I feel like what this is saying is like, when you're really into doing something and you're in the thick of it, you just kind of do it because you have to. But then all of a sudden when you achieve your goal, you're kind of like, oh, you just need to sit down and have a good cry sometimes, that kind of energy. And a tower is coming in. So, and that's sitting on the destiny, this 9 of coins, your environment, and the competition energy. So this energy, this card sometimes means immature competition. So it could be, if you are already in a position where you're at work, that there could be this can represent conflict. And it's sitting right on the pentacles and your destiny and like moving forward. So this also could mean that there's just going to be a big change and the conflict is now over, because this is the obstacles that are going to be presented to you. And now we're moving into having the courage to be able to face it. And maybe on the 3rd here, you will have some sort of enlightenment, and it may come as like some sort of information that's coming in here as it might come in as a shock to you, something that's happened or whatever, is said. It's some sort of communication coming in, and it could be, sometimes the Tower is actually a really good, shocking energy, like something surprising in a good way. And sometimes it's like not so good. We have one person coming out of the Tower that is looking shocked, and we have one that's looking, like, oh, I kind of figured this was going to happen kind of energy. So the Tower is a reality check of some sort is coming in. And that is, you're going to have the courage to face that. And it's sitting on the competition. It's also sitting on that, which can represent conflict. Let's take a look what else is happening here. Yeah, I feel like maybe we're talking about that burnout energy that I'm talking about, where, like, maybe you need to sleep for 3 days kind of energy. That's the energy I'm picking up. Like, you're so tired that you're almost like you didn't realize how exhausted you were until you got to where you needed to be. And now it's affected your health in a way that you just really need to rest. That's the energy I'm picking up. That's that burnout energy. And it's really emotional because it's like, oh, I should be celebrating and everything. But it's more like a relief that comes over people. And quite often people, when they achieve their goal, when they finally achieve it, that's when the emotion comes out. So it could be anything, but just from the way the cards are here, I feel like it's kind of like that kind of energy where you've kind of like had to just like really just, I'm going to keep going, like really be determined. And now that you kind of reach this place, you've kind of realized how really freaking tired you really are, that kind of energy. And so it's time to hang up the thinking on the wall, put it to rest, and rest. This is saying rest. Put your mind at peace, and really on the stained glass window here is the word pax, which means peace. And so this is talking about putting your mind to rest and having some peace of mind. So whatever this reality check is, it might be surprising or whatever. It could be good news or bad news, however it's interpreted, because this is collective, but it will eventually put your mind to rest. And so this is talking about taking the time for yourself to rest, and keep getting that, rest. Take a breather here, and also meditate. And when I say a breather, I'm getting that energy of also just taking the time to, just breathe. And that will give you the courage. You get your courage from your solar plexus. Yeah, some sort of judgment is coming in here. So this energy, something I feel some surprising communication is coming in. And this could be totally out of the blue of what's happening in your life. And it's just like, okay, it's just too much kind of energy to take in all at once. And this is representing the judgment is like when you have like a shift, and something that you've been waiting for has happened. But it's also with the reality check here, it's like, okay, something has happened, and there's some sort of information that's come in because it's sitting right here on the Knight of Wands, bringing in the passion. Like it's something I feel that is surprising, and it could be about family. It could be that kind of energy, because we have like Pandora's box being opened energy, and we also have like skeletons coming out of the box. So there could be some information came in regarding some sort of energy around these pentacles and this ultimate happiness and your destiny. So let's keep going here and just see. There might have been some secret that you didn't know about regarding your family, or some communication that you weren't aware of, and now it's coming to light. And then we have the Emperor here. So the Emperor is sitting here on their throne, and the Emperor he has armor underneath his robe. He's ready for action at any time. He's all about performance. This is all four kings, all the qualities of all four kings rolled into one. And the Emperor is an authority figure and someone that you would go to for mentoring, that kind of energy. He's very wise. He's good with money. He's good at business. He's all about whatever field he's in, he's at the top of it. This can represent someone with authority that, like Supreme Court judge, someone that is like at the top of their field, like the CEO of a company, head research person, like that kind of energy. It's like he also has a really good grip on his emotions and knows when to act and when not to, and doesn't act until he's sure that what he's going to do will be in order. And that's sitting right on this energy of a communication coming in, like with this sword energy. So that's about mental intelligence, and kind of with this, like rowing off to calmer shores. This could be someone that maybe is in charge of the entire company or whatever, and they are offering you a position and it was unexpected, that kind of energy. This is a scary card for a lot of people, but a reality check is also a really good thing because it puts us in a place where we know where we're going, kind of energy. And you see how this energy is, you've asked to go from calmer, or from rough waters to calmer waters. And this is about praying for it and meditating and putting yourself in that state so that you would receive what you want. So that could be exactly what's happened, is you're getting what you want. And then we have, a lover coming in. And this is sitting right on this energy of someone that you would want to marry. Someone, that you would want to make a commitment to in any case. This is unconditional love, like the container of unconditional love, someone that the sun is shining on. So this represents the most high energy, someone sent down to you, a divine partner, someone that, you would choose like to be around. And this could be the Emperor wanting to be with the Queen of Pentacles energy, or with this energy. These two queens could represent the two qualities in this one person of queens, and the Emperor has noticed this and wants to make a commitment, kind of energy. Remember, the Emperor can also be a female in their masculine energy as well as a male in their masculine energy. This is alpha male energy though. And then we have some sort of nightmare, some never-ending nightmare energy going on. That this is in the 9 year. For me, this card it's been coming up a lot in all of my readings, and I feel it's because we're leaving the energy of the 2025 and move very quickly. A lot of people are moving very quickly into this 2026 energy. But it's not totally resolved yet. So this can represent a never-ending nightmare, and it also can represent enlightenment from source energy, from going inward and meditating, right? Because it's sitting right on there, and it's also sitting on the intuition of the High Priestess. It's not uncommon for people to receive enlightenment from the Holy Spirit and from a dream state, or some information coming in between the hours of 2 and 4 in the morning. It's that, and this person could be trying to remember, okay, what did that dream say? Take this step, this step. This is the Capricorn energy of achieving what you want by taking consistent steps of action and climbing that mountain. And this also, I feel, is the energy saying you need to rest. Like put all these swords down, and you're like, it's kind of like if you've been in an energy where you've had to force yourself to keep going, now it's time to allow this enlightenment from source energy to come in, so you get on your destined path and you have this ultimate happiness. And because this can sometimes remember, just like It's not even necessarily a never-ending nightmare, but it's just a never-ending cycle. Like get up in the morning, go do, then go study, then go to your second job, then come home and do it again kind of energy. And this is talking more about having more choice now. Yeah, and now the Page of Cups is coming in. So perhaps you met someone, and that's your reality check. That you're like, you know what? I actually really want to date this person. I'm going to ask them out, because that's the first, like we have the first communication about love. And this is more like, it's not like so much like I want to marry someone. It's like, I want to check this fish out. I want, like, there's plenty of fish in the sea, but I want the Page of Cups is focused on this one. So this could be like a message of someone asking you out, or you asking someone out on a first date. You know, kind of more laid back energy, not so much probably, you know, it's not like the knight coming in with the cup of love. This is like, hey, I would like to get to know you better kind of energy. And then we have a wish come true. There we go. See, this is the 9 of Cups and this is the 10 of Cups. I feel this is the energy, like you've been working. You might just be one individual, and then you ran into someone that you thought, hey, you know, I would really like to ask this person out. I have time now. You know, that kind of energy. And this is something you've always wished for, is you have, you know, you've done all this work, and you're like in a good place with the Queen of Pentacles energy. And all of this is talking about, you know, wealth and health and happiness and abundance, and in the 3D. And then this is talking about a wish coming true. But the thing about this is it's something you've always wished for. But if you see the body language here, you notice that the feet are turned out. In body language, that says, oh, this person is really leaking energy. And that's the energy I'm picking up, like super tired, right? And but like recognizing, and the upper body, it's been kind of like, I'm really closed to the energy of love, because I don't have time for it. Like, when am I going to fit that in? But now you do have time for it. And the universe is saying, you know what? That person you met, you might want to check, you know, ask them out on a date. Just get to, you know, take it easy. Like, have some fun, you know, do something new. And it might have been someone even that you met back in 25, or even like in that, you know, that cycle. And you're thinking, maybe I'll call them up and see what they're doing kind of energy, and we'll go for a date. And this is a novel concept for you, because you've been so busy working that you haven't really wanted to even date. It's not even like you want to, but you don't, you know, like, because you know how tired you're going to be the next day. That's the kind of energy. Yeah, the wounded warrior. Like, this is like having a lot of action, and having to, like, you know, okay, this is what I want, and I know this is what I need to do right now, but you're tired. And it's kind of like, okay, I feel like this is saying, this energy, this tower is saying, you can't keep this up forever, right? You've got to start enjoying your life and moving forward in this new way. And if you've been like someone like, you know, some occupations, like you have to go to school for years and years, and you've been at this, like maybe working 2-3 jobs so that you can get into this position of wealth, or been on a project and like building a business, and it's just taken all your energy. It's time to rest now. I keep getting that. It's time to make and this sometimes takes a real conscious shift in energy, because once you get into the habit of doing this for, like, you know, like maybe almost a decade, you have to make a conscious effort to change that, so that you can have this ultimate happiness. And yeah, there's all these choices coming in for you that you didn't have before. That's that, like, you could do this tomorrow, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't have to work 2 jobs. I'm working, you know, that kind of energy. So you have all these opportunities. There's 7 opportunities coming in here, and you're like a black hole, just waiting to do some of these things that you've been wanting to do. And you're thinking, hey, maybe I'll ask this person out and we'll do them together, and we could, you know, see how it goes kind of energy. It's really good energy to be in. in the past, it's coming up. There's been disappointment in love. So this is like the energy. I feel like there might have been disappointment because it wasn't your focus. And now the universe is saying, you need to focus on this or you're not going to have it and you're going to be very disappointed. That's what I feel it's that this is more about. It's talking about making this a priority now. You may have been like kind of in the past, just kind of down, like a little bit here and there, but you've been disappointed and it wasn't worth the effort because you were too busy doing this. And that might be why the energy was that way, because you were so busy doing this, you didn't have the energy to put into it what you really would have wanted to. It's like, it's a challenging position. Yeah, and this is like selling yourself short. And I feel like a lot of times this card represents like the 3 levels of making money. This is about safe money and having a strong foundation with safe money. Are you going to go for your heart's desires or your crown and glory? And you were going for your crown and glory. You wanted to earn your money in a way that you had always kind of you're driven to it. I'm just getting like that's just the energy. You had such a passion for what you're doing. So this energy now needs to be put into your love life. Basically, it's saying if you want to have that, put the same passion that you put into this. Now that you have the time, put that into your love life. And this is saying you already know what you're doing. Like, don't sell yourself short. You're good at, you could go on dates and do this and make it a priority, just like you made this a priority at one time. And look at, there's victory. Yeah, I feel like it's going to require action for you to, within yourself, first and foremost. I feel like it's kind of like reining in your emotions. You notice the difference between this and this. Sometimes we get so used to this energy that we need to rein that in and chill out a little bit. That's what I'm getting. And this is a card of victory. This is about, you've accomplished this goal. Take a step back and celebrate. This is like a celebration, right? And of having accomplished something huge here. Take the time to celebrate. And this is something you've been waiting for a long time. Like this is temperance this is a Sagittarius energy. And temperance is not like, it's about devotion to your path, staying on, focused on your goal. And it's required a lot of patience and it's probably taken quite a bit of time. But this energy is saying, like, Sagittarius is not known for being the most patient sign in the world. So this energy is saying, it was challenging for you, to remain in this devoted, like it was a lot of work for you to get to this point, and you've waited a long time, and it's time to pour into yourself now. That's what I'm getting. You don't, like, make sure you celebrate the goal and pour into yourself so that you have, it's not just a wish that you have, that you actually do end up with this 10 of Cups. So going from the bottom, we have from the past up, climbing the pyramid and back down again. We have the energy of really being focused on, your third dimensional needs, and also abundance in your health, wealth, and happiness. And I feel that required really, it was a big project, whatever you were doing, and it required a lot of, most of your energy. And now this is a big accomplishment. There's some sort of hidden energy that might come up. I feel like it's talking about, like, this isn't a crab, but it is coming out of the water like a crab would. It's about allowing yourself to be vulnerable, I feel, to make this shift and to realize, like, don't just gloss over this achievement and say, oh, I start the next project, because I'm getting that's kind of this energy here of, wanting, like, just getting back on the treadmill again, instead of stopping and saying, okay, I'm going to celebrate. And it's something you've always wanted, is this ultimate fulfillment. and you're tired. I'm just getting recognize it. And then like honor your health and your, you know, like all the parts of you. Your soul is crying out for you to chill out and have enjoy the celebrate this victory. You've waited a long time to get here, and now you're here, and you need to recognize it. So don't sell yourself short. Don't be disappointed because you don't go after what you want in the field of love. You have, I feel like you know who this is, and you want to do, you know, you want to see how it works out kind of energy. And you're in this alpha male energy. I feel like that's a male energy. And then this is about, you know what you know. Like you know that this is something you've always wanted, and that this is something that you could accomplish. Like it's that kind of energy to have this happiness. And it's just like this, the whole world is opened up in a different way. It's a brand new cycle. I love this energy coming in, and you know, the energy of the horse. I really love that energy, but it's something you have to really be aware. You don't want to burn yourself out. You know, like just keep going, like a horse that has a bit in its mouth and it just doesn't stop. You got to take a breather, you know. That's the energy I'm getting. A lot of times when people, like, it's kind of workaholic energy, really. So if you're enjoying this reading, please do give it a like and a comment. They have a new thing for smaller channels now where you can even hype my channel. I don't quite know what that means yet. Just heard about it this morning. It's probably been there for a while, but I've been so busy I haven't had the chance to look into that yet. If you know what that is, please do so. I would really appreciate it. It helps me build my channel. And I'm also going to clarify this now. So I'm using my oracle cards, Tales from the Vector. I don't have it quite finished yet. It's something I've been working on since 2007. I've completed I'm an artist, so I was working on these big dragon paintings, and there was 64 of them. So I completed all the paintings in 2020. I've had the cards out at psychic fairs and at my seminars, etc., but in the past, but I didn't have the whole thing complete. And so now I'm working on the information that goes along with it. And the best way to do that is to work with lots of people, and that's you guys. Thank you so much for your time and energy. In the description box below, I will put the numbers of the cards as they appear here. So if you want to go to my website, talesfromthevector.com, that's TAILS from thevector.com, you can go there and check them out. Might give you some more clarity on your situation. There's several, it's a collective reading, so you just need to take what works for you and, you know, go that way. So I'm just going to see now, just tune in a little bit more here with this energy to see what are we going to clarify here. Oh, there it is. Usually one jumps out. So this is talking about the karmic space of anger. And I feel like this could be where is it now? The judgment, when the ancestors coming out. This is talking about sometimes when people get really, like, they have a lot to do, and you're raised in a family that, you know, yelled a lot or whatever, that like anger was the motivating force. A lot of people use anger to motivate themselves, and that may have been how your ancestors do. And this anger gets passed down from generation to generation. It's okay to be, it's okay to be a rebel, but you want to be a rebel with a cause, not one without one. And that anger wears people out. Like it's a very challenging energy. And it's not the best driving force. And I feel like that energy may be in your family, and that might be taught, how you were taught to handle when you get under, like when you have to get a lot done, that you just, okay, you know, like you kind of get angry about it, and then you have the energy. I used to do that when I was cleaning my house when the kids were little. I'd get them to bed, and then I'd be angry, like, I got to clean the house now. But man, I'd get that house sparkling clean. So it's that kind of energy. And it's so funny because, I mean, it's not really funny, but it is, because it works. But it's not the best way to drive yourself to get stuff done when you're so tired. You know, and the hangman is here. So yeah, that's confirming that. Like you don't really want to be, the hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge upside down so that they can gain a different perspective. So I'm just getting, yeah, you might want to try looking at that from a new angle, because all of that anger, it's kind of, a lot of families are raised that way where, when the going gets tough, the angry get going, that kind of energy. And then the tower is coming in here again, sitting on this energy of, being in this place like where you're dipping into the pool of waters. You don't want to be so angry that it starts boiling. You know what I mean? So the tower energy is just talking about a reality check. And I feel like it's right, you see it's right below this one basically. So this is just confirming again that this reality check is in your best interest no matter what happens. It's so that you can reach this ultimate fulfillment. So it might feel like something happens that you're irritated because it's like, yeah, it's the last thing I needed, but it's actually the exact thing you need. There we go. Oops, I have my deck upside down. I gotta turn this around. So the Hermit is talking about safe travels. And yeah, you're in safe hands. The Hermit is also talking about going inward, just as the Four of Swords is. Rest your mind and going inward. And the Hermit climbs to the top of the mountain and then comes down when they have the enlightenment from source energy. And in my oracle, it's actually talking about the light coming in is from the aurora borealis. And it's an energy of hear no ego, see no ego, and speak no ego. That kind of, it's a totem pole. And we have otherworldly desires. So this is about being in alignment with your authentic desires. And I feel like that's what you are. Like you've stayed, and it requires a lot of energy there. But it's also talking about, giving yourself total permission. And you don't want it to be an anticlimax when you finally get there. Like this is talking about putting so much energy into it. And you don't want to burn yourself out. So it's, again, pace yourself. Be very careful, because the energy in 2026, when we move into February 17th, if you're already in this state and then you add the year of the fiery horse to it, that's basically this same Sagittarius rebel with a cause energy. And you could, it's like you might not even recognize how hard you're driving yourself and possibly the people around you. And then indifference. So this is about, I feel like this is kind of talking about that energy again. It's not so much about indifference, like you don't care about the other people around you, but you just don't even notice because you're just very focused on a goal here. That's the energy I'm picking up for this reading. And then we have the Hierophant energy coming in. So the Hierophant is sitting right on this Emperor. And the Hierophant is about traditional structure. It's about, I feel again like having to do things in a certain way and like being responsible and being the authority. And this is the way it has to be done. And if it's not done this way, it's going to cause a problem. And that's why you have to be the way you are. And that's why you're kind of indifferent to the people around you. If they're not in that energy, it irritates you because it's like, don't cause me more problems here. I need to get this done. It's conviction beyond a doubt. I know what I know. Just do it the way I said. That kind of energy. And then we have Justice coming in right on the Judgment. I feel like this is just saying like you're going to reach your goal. Chill out a little bit. And then the Libra energy. So being a mature adult about this. And remember that Venus energy is sitting like this, and that's about love, right? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus kind of energy, the lover's energy. And that is sitting in that Mars energy is sitting, and the Venus energy is sitting in opposition to the full moon that's coming in on the 3rd. Watch your temper on the 3rd. And like right from now till, at least 3 days after. I noticed like at about 2 in the morning, all of a sudden, there's sirens everywhere because people And people, you could hear them arguing in the street, and it's New Year's, and you're like, chill out. It's New Year's. So we have Mother's Worry coming in here. So this, I feel like this energy is just kind of like that energy I was talking about, where I was cleaning my house and I was angry, and that's the way that I could get it done. You know, it's when you're really, really tired and you don't feel like you have anything left in you, but you know you have to get something done. So getting angry is how your parents did it, and that's damn well how you're going to do it too. And you always said, I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to be like my parents. And then all of a sudden you're looking in the mirror and you're going, mirror, mirror on the wall, I am my mother after all. And this is, yeah, if you just have a sense of humor about it, really is what's coming up. Go on, and don't take your journey too seriously that you don't really enjoy it. So that you can anticipate the future and anticipate that you will get what you always wished for. And you don't, like if you're tired, take a little breather for even a few hours, go for a walk, whatever. And then we got temperance again on the temperance, saying that. Yeah. So this is, I feel like you've been working at something very diligently, and you have achieved it, but it's almost hard to get out of that energy. And then we have the ego coming in. So this is keep your ego in check. And, I feel like this is like the ego is like a lot of times people think, well, you got it. And spiritual people talk about the ego like slay it. And they're not talking about the ego that you need to be able to get shift done on the planet. If you don't have an ego, how are you going to, you have to know who you are and have that ego. But it's talking about keep that in check. Because if you don't, you might start feeling like you're just this one thing and it's not what you are, That's, I feel like, more the danger here. And then we have the Chariot coming in. So this energy, I feel, is already, it's in motion. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. This energy just it's coming in. It's already here. It's just we don't have it here yet. But it's in motion. Yeah, and it's the transition coming in. So the Death represents transition of birthing into a new world, of being in a totally different energy, like making that transition from this energy into a more easygoing energy. I feel like that's what the energy is about. And I feel like that's just this is saying you've been waiting a long time for this, so take the time to enjoy it. And we'll just leave it at that. That's really good advice. And wow, this is really a really good reading. I really love the determination to get where you're going and all that energy. It's really awesome. And enjoy the benefits now of all your hard work. Make sure you do. Please do like and comment if you've enjoyed this reading. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the channel. It would be my honor if you did so. And I will be back with another reading for you again tomorrow. Bye for now.